G'day guys, Michael Beresford here from Open Wealth Creation for today's Wealth Workout of the Day, or the Wealth WOD. With the workshops that we've been holding lately, a lot of questions are coming up from people that are motivated to invest, but they don't know how to get the most out of their borrowing capacity. Obviously this is a key thing. The more that you can borrow, the better position it puts you in from a portfolio perspective. So today we're going to go through 4 key ways that you can maximise your borrowing capacity. Now everyone's situation is different, but hopefully this will give you some tips here. The first way is your credit card limits. Now banks love to put offers to you for increasing your credit card limit because that's the smartest way they've worked out to make a lot of money. High interest, you're spending money that you don't actually have, and then you're locked into that bank and those repayments. As a general guide, every $10,000 of credit card limit that you have reduces your borrowing capacity by about $35,000. Okay, so if you've got a $20,000 credit card limit and you never use that card, your borrowing capacities come down by 70K. Okay, so if you don't need the limits, don't use them. Okay, and it's not about cutting the card up, you actually have to cancel it, because if you cut it up, you've still got the account there, and that's what the credit searches show up when you go to an application. The second thing is rental incomes, and that's actually tied into repayment calculations as well. So both of these relate to the kind of banks that are doing a servicing assessment for you. Okay, so not every bank is the same, and not every calculator that the bank uses is the same either. So just because you go to one bank and they say your borrowing capacity is 400,000, don't assume that that's the best that you can do. Some banks will be less, some banks will be more. And these two ways are ways that it can vary. The first means that some banks will actually take 100% of the rental income that your existing investments generate, if you have them. Okay? Most banks, as a general rule, will take 80% of those repayments, but if you can maximise that, it will help with your borrowing capacity. The other thing is that the majority of banks will add a buffer, or a loading as they call it, on top of the actual interest rate today when calculating your actual repayment. So for example, let's say your interest rate today is 5%, then banks will calculate your repayments as if they were 7 or 7.5%. So if you can find a lender that will take 5% only as your actual repayment, obviously it improves your borrowing capacity. The final reason is interest rates. Now we're all lucky right now that interest rates are at record lows, so the banks are using lower figures to recalculate our repayments on than what they would have 18 months ago or 2 years ago. Okay, so right now, in terms of a course of action, guys, is a great time to get your borrowing capacity reviewed, because unless interest rates come down anymore, you'll never have a better time to try and maximise that borrowing capacity. So hopefully that's been useful. Remember, be patient, shop around. Finance is not easy. Don't go to one bank. Work out which bank is going to get you the best result, and good luck with getting finance.